There are few things more important to cattlemen and women than high-quality feed. Quality starts with getting the crop cut and baled quickly and correctly. First-generation cattle and hay producer Scott Ricks has relied on his tractor and his dealer as a cornerstone in the building of a first-class operation. Cattleman reporter Brian Baxter traveled to Texas to find out how top-notch machinery has helped make this operation so successful.
We run what I would call a high-density cow-calf operation. That is that we run pretty high density numbers of cows per acre, and we do that by maintaining really just improved grasses everywhere we go. We try to calve usually early in February so that by the time the calves are able to use some of the nutrition from the grasses that we have, that they're able to take advantage of that.
Scott Ricks relies on high-quality hay and forage to see his cow herd through the winter. That means getting the crop cut and baled in the most efficient manner possible. Ricks has relied on his New Holland tractor not just for his hay operation, but for all his ranch responsibilities.
Quality is obviously got to be your first priority. You spend a lot of money, you invest a lot of money in that hay crop, and you want to do the very best that you can. That way it translates into greater gain for your animals, quicker rebreeding. So I would just encourage them to make the investment in whatever they feel they need to turn out that best hay crop. For me, it's having New Holland equipment that I can rely on, that's easy to use, that's safe. The auto command transmission for me is just really a blessing. And you have equipment that you can rely on. You don't want to be out there in the hayfield and then have something break down on you.
When it comes to daily chores on his operation, Ricks needs to depend on a tractor that's safe and reliable for everyone involved with getting the work done.
I chose the auto command tractor because, quite honestly, I just love it. It is just so easy to use. I needed a tractor that my wife could use, that my daughter could use, that if I had someone helping me for a day that I could put in there and feel confident that they would feel safe using the tractor and that they would be able to use the tractor. And that's really what led me to choose that tractor.
CVT stands for Continuously Variable Transmission. CVTs are ideal for cattlemen because you're going to be knocking down hay, you're going to be putting up hay, you're going to be moving hay and doing material handling. In today's CVT tractors, you get a whole host of features that tie in with the transmission to make you most productive. The infinite speed selection and the programmability of the transmission is going to allow you to be more productive.
New Holland's Auto Command transmission is a smart option for today's progressive cattlemen. New Holland first introduced the CVT on high horsepower tractors and applied the same design to a smaller tractor that's ideal for cattlemen.
Now, as opposed to a traditional transmission where gears are used, what a CVT allows you to do is to have infinite speed selection. And that is critical for haying applications as well as loader work because, you know, if you've got a gear transmission and you're out in the field, sometimes you don't have that right gear to match your field conditions to make sure that you're the most productive you can be. With the CVT, especially when you're running your disc mower conditioner or your round baler, you're able to set the RPMs specifically 540 or 1000 RPM to match your implement, but then to dial in the speed to perfectly match the ground conditions to make sure that you're most effective and productive in your applications.
Cattlemen spend a lot of time in the tractor seat doing their daily chores. That's why New Holland put extra focus on cab comfort and controls for auto command tractors.
The controls are laid out very nicely. The multifunction arm is very handy to control tractor speed if you want to slow down or speed up. And on that same multifunction arm are a lot of the switches that you use frequently, like your hydraulics or even your shuttle. They're all just located right there that you can actuate with your thumb.
So when we're talking CVT transmissions, whether it's New Holland's Auto Command or a competitive CVT transmission, one thing that's universal is ease of operation. We've really had leaps and bounds with regards to how comfortable and easy it is to operate the tractor to allow cattlemen to get the most out of their day. So whether you're talking in the case of the New Holland with its Sidewinder 2 adjustable console that allows you to place controls right where you want them. So after a long day of knocking down, putting up hay, you're still refreshed and comfortable. To the command grip controller, which gives you fingertip access to 8 of the most commonly used controls. Again, we thought of the operator, we thought of not only safety with the CVT, but also operational comfort to allow them to be the most productive they can out in the field.
Just as important as the tractor itself is making certain the machine is properly maintained and ready to go in the field. To do that, dealer support can be crucial, especially during a busy hay season.
Down here in Texas, our weather changes so quickly. We can be nice and sunny and have storms all of a sudden get on the forecast. And so if I have downtime, then I really put my entire crop at risk. And so having good dealer support is just key for me to make sure that I keep running and get the hay in the barns or the hay put up at the appropriate time.
As many times, simple maintenance prevents a very expensive repair. Many people forget their coolant doesn't last forever. I've had customers come in with coolant that's 10 years old in their system. People forget to check, make sure the radiator's clean from debris, and it'll collect dust and debris in there. If they're using a four-wheel drive tractor in the off-season, they've got their stops removed, and when they go to doing hay, you don't want to turn too short.
In addition to keeping your equipment well maintained, another key to success is fully understanding the capability of your equipment.
I think the critical thing here is to know what your CVT tractor is capable of. Before you go out in the field, and even take a refresher each spring before you go out, because CVT transmissions in modern tractors have a lot of things that will help with your productivity.
The other issue is safety. You know, this tractor, when you're backing up to an implement, if I need to move 1/4 of an inch, I can move 1/4 of an inch. If I'm unloading pallets with the front end loader, and I need to just very carefully move that tractor forward or backwards, I can do that very simply, and it's just so much safer. And so I really appreciate that. And of course, the most important reason is that my wife loves it. And we all know when a happy wife or a wife is happy, that's good for everybody.
Reporting from Belleville, Texas, I'm Brian Baxter for NCBA's Cattleman to Cattlemen.
New Holland Agriculture offers outstanding discounts to NCBA members. To learn more about those discounts, visit beefusa.org or your local New Holland dealer.